Hey guys, have you ever felt like you really needed a fortune to invest to get anywhere with stocks or crypto? Well, I'm actually going to be going on an adventure here, and I'll take you along with me, but I'm actually going to be doing it with a small cap account. So we're only going to start with $60 in the account, and over the next couple weeks and months, we're going to build it up to something pretty big. We started with this account on last Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. And as I go with you, I'll talk about some of the things that we've done and traded on and how things are going. And in the future, every couple of days, I'll give you another update video, whether I've done better or worse, and the things that I've learned. Because even though you lose money sometimes, it's important to learn from those mistakes and move forward to do better in the future. So we started an account through $60 on an eToro account, made sure that I had it all approved. The best thing that I would personally suggest, though, before you use real cash, is you can actually do paper trading on a lot of accounts, including eToro or Robinhood or TD Ameritrade. Well, actually, they got bought out by that other large company. But there's a lot of options out there, and most of them have paper trading. And paper trading is where it uses all the real-time stock prices and tickers and everything, but you don't have to put real money in. I would suggest, though, not putting in like $2 million and then start to trade on that because your gains and losses will be crazy and it's not realistic. But if you said, okay, well, if I was really going to put in $100, then put $100 in paper trading and trade it so that it's more realistic, that you can understand where you're going, where your mistakes are, where your successes are, and you can really move forward. So, like I said, last Wednesday, we had $64.15 of Shiba Inu on the account that we purchased a long time ago. And I sold the Shiba Inu, so I just had cash on the account. From there, Wednesday, I bought the S&P 500 or SPY, SPY. We bought puts or calls on that. And so we did some contract options. One option cost $59. So it would be 59 cents per share, 100 share options. So we bought one contract. And we waited for the right time in the daytime when it was moving around so we could get a good swing the other direction. And I kind of forgot about it, really. And then come Friday, because the stock market was closed on Thursday, so I bought these contracts Wednesday. Friday, I forgot about it, and they were going to expire for Friday, and they expired in the money, which means that they automatically sold my contract because I didn't have enough money to buy the shares for it and everything, and cleared me out and gave me my money. And so the end of Friday, I was actually up to $180 on the account because it was a pretty good contract and it turned out pretty good. I should have probably pulled out sooner, but it worked out all right. So we, just in a couple of trading days, we went from $59 to $180. Great start. Is that going to happen every time? Nah, it's maybe later, but that's really risky. I could have lost it all, but this is just trying out different options, different contracts, different stocks, as well as crypto. So come this morning, I separated it, and I was like, okay, out of 180, we'll have 80 for stocks and crypto, and we'll have 100 for contracts, because option trading is very risky, contracts, but you can make a lot of money doing it. So that's why I'm like, the 80 we're going to be way more safe with and secure, which is more than we started last week. So that's in my long term. And then the 100 is just complete profit. So we're going to use some of that to make more stuff. So I bought Super Micro, SMCI, this morning. I waited for, it was already up 14% in the morning before I even got in, because there was some great news today. And I knew it was going to be a runner. It was going to make some good money. So even though it already moved a lot, I jumped into that, and I bought $60 worth of that, as well as the S&P 500 SPY. It looked like it was going to be running up this morning, and then it started to dip down for a good couple hours and kind of found like a bottom on the trough. And I was like, all right, well, my profit to loss is pretty good right now. Let's buy some contracts. So I bought $602 is the mark where I was looking for, and calls to expire by the end of the day. And then I spent $113 for that contract. So with my 60 and my 113, I was still under my 180 that I originally had. And by the end of the day, those were up 18%. So after selling all my contracts about 11 o'clock in the morning today, my account was up to $222.98. So really good progress. I'm at almost a 4x in 3 trading days. So it doesn't always happen this good. So I was really fortunate about that. And then tomorrow, when I go to trade again, I'm going to leave $80 to $100 for options trading, which is risky. So if I even lose it all, I'll still have like $120, $140 in more stable stuff. I wish I could have put more in the small cap account for long term, like Ripple, XRP crypto, pulled 35% alone by itself. So if I would have just dumped everything into Ripple, it would have been doing pretty good just for the last day, but doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way. So that's where we are right now. Tomorrow morning, I'll be up at 6 a.m. The stock market opens at 6:30 Pacific. So I'll be ready to go and try to work out all of the options and how things are going. And I don't usually try to get into an option or buy a daily in and out till after things settle. The dust settles usually, like, it's really volatile when the stock market first opened. And the 7, 10, 12, 15 minutes, it's really crazy. Violent swings, lots of volume. And then it calms down. And usually within 45 minutes to an hour of the stock market opening, then it usually has a trend. It picks a direction. I understand where things are going. And it has easier to understand charts. So at that point, that's when I'm jumping in. That's when I'm starting to make my decisions. And that's still like 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning. And I was out by 11. So I'm going to try to do that again tomorrow and the next day. We're getting to the point, though, that I really don't want to go backwards and lose a bunch of money and get back to where I started and have to do it all over again. It's better for me to start trying to get very consistent but small gains. If you can do, now this is kind of crazy, sounds weird, but if you look at compounding interest rates, if you can do 2% of your entire account up every single trading day, which would be almost impossible, but within 1 year, you can turn $1,000 into $1 million, no problem. So even with the 1 or 2 down days, I think you could probably still do it. But 2% a day is enough to become a millionaire. So it's just the odds are quite against you to have 100% wins every day forever. We are fortunate enough that our account right now, since we're up 400% in 3 days, we have a buffer. So if we lose a little but gain some more, we'll just keep going up and we can keep those 2% gains. And within a year to 2 years, we'll be at a couple $1,000,000. So, all right, talk to you later, guys. And we'll give you another update in a couple of days. Go ahead and post in the comments too if this kind of interests you and you have more questions and we can work together. I am not a financial advisor. I have been doing stock trading for 7 years now. Got into it before COVID, and I've learned so much. And just like a college education, the more research you put into it, the more books you read, the more charts, searching things on YouTube as well. There's a lot of information out there. Local community is very strong. You get a good group of people that have solid gains, that aren't too risky. They can really help you out and move forward. There's actually a couple of traders on YouTube that I love to listen to throughout the day sometimes when I'm doing other stuff, and they can be very insightful, and they're great people. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.